Hello and welcome to another video. I'm Mr. Kevlar and I'll be doing a quick review of Dear Leader. Now this game is available on Steam and the link will be down below. And before I get into the review, I'd just like to ask if you're new here, just be sure to drop a sub and tickle my bell and also give me a like because it really helps me out. Now on to the review. I do like the retro platformy kind of vibe that it has going on. I really dig it. But with everything I like about it, I have more dislikes. Now don't get me wrong, I'm not just making the video review just to slate the game because I do believe that with a little bit of work, it could turn into something good. Well, let's just start at the start really. So the menu, whether I use my keyboard or the controller, it wouldn't register any of my keys properly unless I press them multiple times, or like kind of when you had the retro consoles or like fighting games and when you're winding up for a punch you press the button really hard because you thought it'd give you more power. Yeah, it was kind of like that. But going on to the options menu, it is very limited. Now, resolution changes aren't there, quality settings, and I know it's a retro kind of game, so you wouldn't be able to adjust the quality really, and all the little things really that you would normally come with a game like this. Moving on to the control options. Well, yeah, it wouldn't recognize half of the buttons that was being pressed on my controller anyway. The keyboard was okay. I had to press them like a couple of times before it registered, but my controller wouldn't recognize the analog stick movement or the analog stick presses. Most of the buttons were fine. I had to press them once or twice more than just pressing them once really. But once you've got your controller set up, normally you would click the back button and it would save all changes. Or it would notify you that you haven't saved any of the changes, and it would say, do you want to save changes before going back? Not this game. It just said F you and went back to the options, and so you just painfully have to go over that process again, just setting up your controls and pressing the same button 3 or 4 times, and it's Now onto the gameplay. Actually the gameplay isn't that bad. Contrary to what I'm actually displaying at the minute, it is an easy game. Or that it would be if the controls picked up what I was pressing in the first place. I thought I would be pressing them multiple times. So other than that, there is an auto-run feature, or there's a bug, depending on how you look at it, where sometimes if you do hold a directional button or press it multiple times, it would run for you, and it doesn't say anything about it in the options menu or the controls menu. After the gaming control is done, I think I'll move on to other aspects of the game. Now, graphically, I wasn't expecting a lot because being a retro style game, which I was right, the graphics fit rather well, which I do actually enjoy it. My only little tiff or little complaint that I have is where the boxes of the menu items don't actually match up, where you'll see on screen, and it's just little things like that that's really easily sorted out. You can just do that from simple programming really, and programming perspective, it is so easy to do, so it's not that hard. Other parts of the gameplay, for example the enemies and how the AI was programmed, they're just easily beatable. Now, I mean, like, I'm not displaying that they're easily beatable until later on when I've actually realized that there is a pattern. So I do mean this in the sense where if the controls work properly and they weren't like a sort of sticky feeling, then you'd be able to dodge the bullets of the enemies because their shooting patterns and movements are easily predictable and they're exactly the same no matter if you've died or if you're just constantly just going through. So certain soldiers will shoot 3 times and then they'll just stop for a couple of seconds, that kind of thing. Now I bet you're thinking, well, if it's so easy and predictable, why is the video practically a montage of you dying? And I think I'll just answer with the controls really suck. So I'm just pressing back and forth and it's just not working. I press it 3 or 4 times and it just doesn't want to work. Even though the analog sticks work as well, you can hold in the direction and it will just look there once and then just not do anything unless you keep pressing it. It's really annoying. Now, I did play this game for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and I just couldn't stand it anymore because the game felt more unfinished than when you rushly wipe yourself after going to the toilet. It just feels so wrong on every level. I will put a disclaimer in the video and say that I did receive this game for free in exchange for an honest review, and this is exactly what I'm giving. Yes, the controllers and some aspects of the gameplay and graphics need tweaking to make it playable for more than half an hour, but as it is now, I just couldn't justify paying over £6 for the game. If the controls were sorted out, I think £6 is still a lot of money for what this game actually is. I'd say more under the £3 mark I would think about buying it, but until they fix the controls, maybe switch up the AI so it's not as predictable, I think the game will be on my uninstall list for the time being. So I do really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, remember to like it and let me know what you thought in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video.